I want to take that down in Friendship, just get some people going, because most people have never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, this is the pistol.
That one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the gun. Yeah. And we started that out with a slightly different version of that lock. And I think that lock is still down there in Dad's toolbox, the other one.
Really?
I think so. I don't know. I remember seeing it somewhere.
How many Flint X-rings did he build?
That one?
This one?
I believe that's the only one. Yeah, I don't think there's two of those. I think that's the only Flint X-ring there ever was. I don't remember stocking up two. I remember stocking up that one. Because I did all the stock work on those. I did the metal work and I did all the wood. Laminated that up out of 3 layers of walnut. And the center layer runs the opposite of the 2 outer layers just to make it strong. And that's why when they had a chance to get that gun back, I thought, whatever, you know, got it. That one ought to be here. It should be where it came from. Sights on that are Feinberg bow. Same sight that was used on the Feinberg bow 65 air pistols and some of the others. The neat thing about the sight is you can adjust the width of the gap.
Oh, really?
This piece here, that's with the pin in it, there's fanner holes there. You rotate that and it comes back and wedges your sight farther apart, or you can screw it in and it makes the group narrower. So you can set your light off your front sight however you want it. I always like mine really tight. I always shot really tight front sights. Most guys look at my guns and they say, I don't get any light. And I said, yeah, that's the point. I said,
you don't want any.
Well, I wanted mine so tight that if you saw much light, you knew your front sight went in the right place. That's kind of how I looked at it.
Okay.
Most guys wanted even light bars. I went a different way. I said, if you see a light bar, you know that you got a problem. It's all just on how you approach it. Everybody has a sight picture they like. And that was the one I liked. I liked it tight. The nice thing about that was, if you had a really dark day or something, you could crack your light up a little bit. You know,
right.
and get a little more light.
You could open up your aperture.
Yeah, so to speak, yeah. No different than having an adjustable iris on a set of peeps. And that's what's my good set of peeps has got a Gemmer insert. Does the same thing. And all that stuff's just about getting what you want, you know, to do what you're trying to do the easiest. People forget that.
And what caliber is this one?
36. I build all this stuff looking for the ultimate machine for me. You know, it wasn't about the other side of it. It was about, can I get to where I shoot 110x? You know, can I get to where I outshoot myself? You know, and each year that was your goal, was you tried to outshoot yourself. I mean, that's what I tried to do. I didn't really care about the scores the other guys posted. I was always trying to outshoot myself. I mean, that's how I looked at it. Yeah, I wanted to win like everybody else, but to me, winning was accomplished by outshooting myself. I had to be able to shoot better than I'd shot the year before, or else I couldn't win.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I knew that I could not win if I didn't outshoot myself. Because the whole time that you're trying to get better and tougher and shoot better, everybody else is too. You know, for many years down there, it was an arms race there on that pistol line. I mean, yeah. I was innovating, and I wasn't the only one. There were other guys, and there had been guys way ahead of me that did, had a lot of innovative guns there. David Brooks, the guy that invented the flash cube, you know, he come down there, and he had his guns, and he was shooting 38 wad cutters, which was totally a modern projectile. You know, he had built a set of guns, and that's all 3 of his guns, revolver, flint, and percussion, all shot that 38 wad cutter round. And he had innovated. I mean, everybody did. That was the whole point. That was what we did, you know, as we innovated.
And that's what it was about.
Yeah. I mean, we just built guns nobody else had seen, you know. That was all. And I still believe that these were as good as it got. I mean, I don't think anybody... There have been a few guys built some match guns since these, but I don't think that any of them were ever on par with these guns as far as their feel and their capabilities, you know. And the X-Ring was just a pretty gun. in my mind. It's built off of the dimensions of a Feinberg Valve 65 because that was my training gun. And the goal was to get to where you just shot a hole. You know, no flyers. And that was the whole point, was eliminating bad shots. That was the point of all the training, is to eliminate the bad shot. So you never have one.
Man. You can hardly see that.
Oh yeah, it's quick.
I mean, it's gone.
Flint needs a little work. Now the other one, get back up. But this one, and I worked on this. This is one of Dad's locks, but I worked on it just to get it the way I want it. Drilled the hammer. It's got some tweaking internally too, but it's quick. But
and you drilled it there.
Yeah, drill it here so it's lighter. Yeah, you want that hammer as light as you can get it, but still do the work it needs to do. It's still got to hit, hard enough to strike, but you can. And the triggers on these, you have to hold them down to cock them. You have to release that sear. And like I said, this is 22 caliber, so there's not much room between the touch hole and the powder charge. There's no fire path there. It's all really short. Everything on this gun is built short. It's fast. It was just built to be fast. That was my only interest in the gun, was quick ignition. And the trigger, you can see it's on a rail, so you can adjust it for length and then rotate it for pull, for face your finger the way you want. The weight was, the gun was just too light in its natural form, and I found the weight on there just really settled the gun a lot when you held it. But bought the barrel at a gun show for like, I don't know, $10 or $15 for a Marlin micro groove barrel. Cut it in two, made 2 pistols out of it. It's not pretty, it was just a tool. I mean, my grip's not even adjustable.
You just cut it to fit.
It's just, yeah, it just fits me, and that's all that mattered. It was my gun. I was going to shoot it. It's just a match gun. It wasn't to look at. It was just to take out and shoot. Took the corner off the lock and things so I could climb up on that gun as far as I could.
You get up on that high.
And if you look at it, your bore axis is just right into the top of your hand. I got as close to a Hammerly 150 as I could on that to make that really.
And what was the deal with the Hammerly 150?
I shot one as a free pistol, an international pistol.
Okay.
And so it was one of my other guns.